When Omar Assad was 5 years old living in Syria, he went to a parade in honor of the president of Syria, Bashar al-Assad. He told his father that he thought Assad kind of looked like a monkey. His father slapped him in the face and told him not to ever speak of the president ill ever again. He said, everything and everywhere they have ears and they can hear everything you say. They even hear your whispers. Well, time went on, and when Omar was 15, there was an upheaval in the governments of the Middle East. It was called the Arab Spring, and it was a time of riots, protests, demonstrations, and civil war in the Middle East. In Syria specifically, a war broke out because two boys were accused of writing an anti-Assad slur on a building in Syria. The boys were detained, terrorized, and slaughtered. Omar was eager to be on the bandwagon against the Syrian government. For this, he was imprisoned and beaten. His father and brother, however, were murdered. They were killed in the very room they were taught to not dissent against the dictator. Omar realized, though, that he was fighting an uphill battle. The powers that be were bigger than those that were being oppressed. They provided very few civil liberties, and still to this day, there are very few women's rights and very few, if any, LGBTQ rights. According to the Institute of Peace, since 2010, when the wars began, 500,000 Syrians have died, and 13 million, which is half of Syrians' pre-war population, have been displaced or are refugees. And despite their reluctance to receive help from outside sources, there are 900 U.S. troops in Syria today. Omar has since fled to Europe, where he is embracing a new life with freedom and democracy. He's been joined by millions of other youth from different countries around the Middle East who have also fled from dictatorships and communists and other strict regimes. They have learned to speak for equality and for rights, human rights, and for the right to not have to whisper.